Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How much fun is it to be here?
Yeah, it's nice. It's beautiful, eh?
With ducks.
Did you see the ducks?
I didn't. I want to come visit.
The manager or whoever he was actually came outside and he had his like hands together and slucked through breadcrumbs and there was about 6 or 7 of them. They all went nuts.
I should have asked him for breadcrumbs. I want them to come visit and keep us company in studio.
No. Why do you want the smelly ducks here?
Because beasties make my heart so happy.
Smelly ducks.
That's that song. Smelly ducks, smelly ducks.
It's usual. Wellbeing Wednesday. Goodness gracious me, I nearly fell off my chair. And you know, every Wednesday around this time we talk about things that are well-being, and today we're talking about something that affects far more people than we often realize. And because it is also the month, men's mental health, and if we're honest, most men are taught from a very young age to be strong, to push through, to keep going, to solve the problem, to get on with it. But very few men are taught what to do when they're struggling. And very few men are also taught how to ask for help. And even fewer men know how to speak up, because it's not the usual.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people are not supposed to be like it. So we're going to normalize that today, and we're doing something very, very, very different today. I promise you, because as soon as I can get my page to turn, there we go. We are flipping the script a little bit today.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know. You get to talk to me. You get to talk to me.
How divine, being on the side of the, I almost said the side of the mic, I'm always on the side of the mic.
I know.
On the side of the conversation, the interaction.
So, I think this is one of those conversations that affects far more people than we actually realize, because for generations, men have been told, be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to man up,
mm-hmm.
get on with it. I'm fine. Because we are providers, protectors, problem solvers, people that we are the person that everybody leans on. But very few men have been taught what to do when they're the one carrying all the weight.
Mm-hmm.
And today, Auntie Petra.
Oh my goodness! I haven't turned a year older yet, Paulie.
I know, but you're not.
Months.
I know. I was going to say. And today we're talking about autism.
Mm-hmm.
And what it's like to live with it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my cross to bear. I was officially diagnosed at the age of 37, going, something's not right.
Wow.
Went and had it checked, and it's incredible how much relief you get when you actually have answers.
Sure. Okay, so 37, that's quite late on in life.
Mm.
Interesting you said that so many people are. I did my homework, and apparently just in
Yes,
South Africa
yes,
alone, I've got 12 pages, 5,000 new cases are diagnosed in South Africa alone every year.
Mm.
And of course, I mean, we don't know how many others aren't, because unlike you, where you felt that something was off, something was wrong, something was different, and you actually went to get a diagnosis, or at least to find answers. So what did that look like for you? What were the symptoms? What made you think something is off?
So for a long time, I've never really felt like I had place.
Mm-hmm.
There was somewhere where I didn't belong. I saw the world differently.
Okay.
I experienced things differently.
Mm-hmm.
And all of my mates were, these go-getters, and from the outside, you look and you go, they look like perfectly normal human beings.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I can't talk to people, the fact that somebody says to me, just pick up the phone and call so-and-so. The amount of anxiety that courses through my veins, just going, I can't talk to people. It's frightening. Mm-hmm. And eventually it started to affect my DJ work.
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay, I don't want to talk to people, I don't want to interact with people, and I'm going, okay.
Wow.
When it starts affecting your work, there's a problem.
Isn't it so interesting that we wait till it starts affecting work before we actually do something about it?
Mm.
And was it something that people commented about you as well, or was this just internal dialogue that you were having?
No, it wasn't just internal. It I had for the best part of many years, I'd been told to, because, I'm sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there's nothing wrong with being a little oversensitive from time to time.
Oh.
And I'd been told by people who were very close to me, very, very, very close to me, you know what, maybe you just go for a walk in the garden. Maybe you just walk it off. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, all right. And after attempting to walk it off, it's like, this is not working.
Yeah.
And then you realize that those comments are coming from a place of judgment.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't just them sharing tools perhaps that work for them. It was, we don't have the capacity or the space to deal with you or whatever is coming up for you. So rather you go deal with it.
Exactly.
Okay. And I'm sure that must have felt, well, how did that feel? Was it?
It's very, you're very alone.
Okay.
It's quite a scary place, especially if you don't know what you've got. And you go, is it depression? Am I just having a bad day? But when every aspect of your life is awful and and you don't feel like you can, like you want to go on, like you want to get out of bed or you want to talk to people. There's a statistic about men's suicide during the month of June. Did you know that every single men's health that month, in that 1 month, 673,000 men make a decision to end their life. That's every single day. Almost over 500,000 men decide, that's it, I can't, I'm done, I'm out, and then make a decision.
And that's a combination, I guess, of not getting the help. I guess that's where it starts.
Yeah.
Whereas every single man listening, if there are challenges that you're facing, and it's not a once-off, like you, this is a daily challenge or a daily uphill. Maybe it is just talking to someone, anyone, just to vent. And like you said, men generally aren't taught that is okay.
That's it.
And I think the wonderful thing is what's happening maybe in this generation with the younger generation is that they are freer to say, well, this is me, this is what I'm experiencing, which also then leads us to the self-diagnosis.
Yes.
Because of social media, where so many people are self-diagnosing,
Yeah.
which that in itself, there's the two sides of the coin, right? Where it's great because they're starting to explore what's going on with them, but hopefully it takes them to have a conversation with a professional.
Absolutely.
I think the danger is when they don't, so they're potentially causing themselves harm, where maybe it's something else that they need to look at.
Of course.
Or they're also casting a shadow on those that actually do have, experience these symptoms, whose brains are wired differently. So it casts a bad shadow on them, and also it gives them an excuse to just misbehave and blame it on autism, perhaps.
Yes, correct.
So there's the two sides where it's great that this new generation is asking the questions. And they also need to be making sure that they're getting the correct answers, or else it can also become an identity, right? When you step into it and you body it and use it as a reason and justification to limit yourself. So instead of using it as information and data to say, well, this is what I require to show up fully in my life. These are the scenario spaces that don't work for me. Versus, well, this is just who I am. It brings to mind Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory.
Jess and I have had that conversation. We've had that conversation where we go, I have no doubt that he's on the spectrum.
Yes. So I actually Googled that because I thought, who do I know besides you, Paulie? And I know a few people, but I thought, oh my goodness, Elon Musk, Sheldon Cooper. I also came across, which I didn't realize, Anthony Hopkins. And those are publicly diagnosed public diagnosis.
Figures,
Apparently, Sheldon Cooper, the writers and directors made a conscientious decision to not label him because they thought that was part of the magic.
The quirkiness.
The quirkiness, exactly. So he's never been diagnosed on the show, although he's got so many of the symptoms, of course. And the beautiful thing is if you watch him from the beginning, where he doesn't know social cues, what sarcasm is, he's very rigid in his behavior and his patterns. But I think it's due because of Penny, who isn't on the spectrum at all. She's got a brain that's wired completely differently to his. She helps him start being more in connection and in touch with him, so he starts softening a little bit and starts showing up differently in relationships.
You'll also notice how judgy the other characters are, and as seasons go on, it becomes, they just accept him for who he is.
You're right, they embrace his gifts. Because, so I wanted to ask you, one thing that really challenges me is the actual term, autism spectrum disorder. The focus on disorder, because that for me says that it's wrong. With disorder, that it's kind of generally known as, well, a disorder, there's something wrong. So in my opinion, I'm like, just let's lose the word disorder and just call it something else. I mean, is that something for you?
No, I have, and it's something that it's a nice point that you brought up, because it's something that I've never really thought about.
Okay.
It's something I've never really thought about the word disorder.
Yes.
It's just, I call it ASD.
Yes, yeah, which takes away that. But when I was researching it and the word disorder, and I actually Googled and I ChatGPT'd and I Clauded, used the AI platforms properly, to see if there's another term, and it's ASD. But it's the disorder part which is really bugging me, because everyone that I know that experiences these symptoms and are on different range of the spectrum, right? So it's not like you're more autistic or you're less autistic, it's just the complexities.
The thing is, you can be, if you want to call it layman's terms, you can actually be more or less autistic.
Yes.
Like there's low functioning, there's high functioning. And I had a chat at the beginning of the year, I had a chat to Jacques Weidmann, and we did an entire episode on this. And low functioning, unfortunately, requires some kind of psychiatric treatment, and it's generally coupled with, and this is not with everybody, but there are, from what I've seen and what I've read and I've experienced, that autism always comes in twos. There's always something and autism.
Okay.
For example, like multiple personality disorder.
Yes, or ADHD and
schizophrenia. So that's a very low end of the spectrum. I'm high functioning.
Okay. And
people go, but you speak so well on the radio. You do this, like the radio is my gift.
Yes.
Like I don't have to see you. I'm like, it's not that I don't want to see you.
You've got a voice for radio.
I have a face for radio too. And I go, you know what? This is my gift. My gift is I get to do this. And the fact that I don't have to interact with too many people.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that again, for me, that's not a disorder, that's a gift. That's exactly. So what if we could embrace seeing it as a gift as opposed to there's something wrong with you and box you? Because I think with the boxing is where the challenges or the problems come with how anyone that isn't on the spectrum, how we relate to each other. And maybe even those that are on the spectrum, is you box yourself, or we box you to say, well, this is who, Paulie is, he's got these and these and the symptoms, he's just autistic, don't worry about him, or he's got these issues, where it's not, it's just our brains are wired
that's it.
differently. And that's all that this is. So I think you wanting to bring this conversation to light and raise this awareness is in itself such a gift, because for anyone that is experiencing it, it's saying you're just wired differently. Yeah,
you are indeed. And take a little music break if I can find my mouse for a second. Yeah.
If your click is clicking.
If I click is clicking, there it is. We chat a little bit more after this. Don't go anywhere. Stay where you are, because the questions are going to get a little more intense. Talking about men's mental health, and in particular, something that has been very close to me for at least the last 13 years of my life, talking about having diagnosed autism and how to officially be okay with making it a part of my life and being okay with it.
That's amazing, Paulie, because that was when you were 37 and you're now a little bit older. We'll just round it up a tad.
Easy. You like coming back here, don't you?
Listen, you called me auntie just now. I've got to return the favour.
No, it doesn't work like that.
So, Paulie, what was the biggest misconception about autism that people get wrong, that you want to clear up from your perspective, from your lived life?
So, for the longest time, people treat you like you're a bubble boy. Like there's actually something physically wrong with you.
Okay.
And they go, I don't know how to talk to you. I don't know what to do. And then they get all icky with their hands, and I'm like, I'm just a normal human being, I'm just wired a little differently, and there's things that I don't like, and there's things that I like that you might not. And it's easy to say don't be judgy.
Sure.
It's easy to say that, but you know what? When you meet us. When you meet us people, you will realize we're pretty cool. Like we're pretty interesting people.
Fascinating people.
Yeah, and not all of us are the same.
Humans are humans, though, right?
Yes, for the most part. You know, some people. My coach, my autistic coach. It's not like having a therapist. It's like I work with tools and I work with stuff to get through everyday conversations and get through everyday interactions. Like for example, you might think it's perfectly normal to high five your buddy and like, hey man, how's it going? Like, I have to have tools for that. I would have to like work through how to say to somebody, I don't want to be touched. I don't like that.
And in a society where, as kids, I remember, I had to hug everyone when I was young. It's like, go give so-and-so a hug and a kiss, and I didn't want to. And it was normalized, so I can't even imagine. And I was uncomfortable doing that because I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
And now if it's actually something that, let's say, does it physically repulse you? Does it scare you?
It does. It's like, don't touch me, because it hurts.
Yeah.
It like the thought of something. The thought of somebody touching me hurts my skin. My skin actually aches. I'm sure it's psychosomatic.
Sure. And is it different with people that you know versus people that you...
Because I trust you.
Okay.
I trust you.
So there's almost levels where if it's a complete stranger, if it's someone on the radio and they're calling in, it's different. If it's someone you meet in person that you don't know, let's say a fan, to if it's someone in conversation at an event, and then someone that you welcome into your
Correct.
space. Okay.
I will let you know when it's okay.
Okay.
I will let you know when it's okay for you to go. Okay, I'll open the door a little bit.
Yes.
But if you open the door and jump in, you're out. You're out.
Okay.
Goodbye. Good things.
So, for example, when we met, I can't even remember if I went in straight for a hug because I'm a hugger. Although that said, I'm a hugger, but if I get a vibe from someone, I also don't want to go near them. But for example, if I had done that for you, like I don't remember the first time we met. If I did I give you a hug?
It's energy.
Yes, yeah.
So energy.
So you were okay with that, and if
we'd also been talking before the time.
Yes. Okay. So, for example, if someone goes in for a hug and you don't feel that energy or that connection, what would you say to the person, and what do you want everyone to know about when you say or do something that's why?
It's a perfectly normal thing. I put my hands behind my back, so that I make contact almost impossible. So it's very nice to meet you, and I will look down because the eye contact thing is such a big thing. I will look down. I won't look at you. I can't, because it's hard for me.
And that's so interesting that you said eye contact specifically, because if we look at the general research with eye contact, generally it says if you can't make eye contact, you don't trust the person.
Correct.
Or you don't respect the person.
Correct.
I'm like that. As soon as someone breaks trust with me, or I see them doing it to someone else, I cannot make eye contact with that person, no matter how hard I try. I can't. It's done. But for you, it's different, where it's not that I can't trust you. It's just you don't feel safe enough in that relationship yet.
Nice question, Bianca Shaw.
Yeah.
Just she's messaged and she says, Pauline, where would one go to get tested?
Yes.
It's quite simple. You have to go and see a health professional. You have to go. You can't go to a doctor.
Not a GP.
No, you can't go to a GP.
Okay.
You need to go to either some kind of clinical or counselling psychologist, generally somebody who has a little bit of a background in either psychiatry, or somebody who has, like my therapist, Ilana. She has a background in forensic psychology.
Wow.
Yeah, she goes into big companies and she does lie detectors and stuff like that. So she has the technical know-how. So she knows what test to apply, what applies here. So if you could add anything, go and see a mental health professional.
So talk to us about that, because some people might be nervous too. I mean, reaching out for help makes most people nervous. I mean, I've got friends that have certain aches and pains just in their body and are too scared to go see a chiropractor because that scares them. So something like this, which feels a lot more intense, what would you recommend or say to people?
There is no judgment.
Okay.
It's a very, very easy conversation. And it's not everybody goes, you think you're going to lie on the couch and you're going to talk about this stuff for 20 minutes and you're going to go, okay, your time is up. Because we've normalized this nonsense in movies and that kind of stuff. And it's not like that. It's not, that's not what this is about. This is about an easygoing conversation that if you want to get better, you're going to have to go through some difficult stuff and you're going to be asked some difficult questions and you're going to be asked to look at yourself differently. And it's much like grief. It's much like the Kubler-Ross theory about the anger and the denial and and then finally there's acceptance. And once you accept that this is who you are, therapy never stops. It's always ongoing.
Great, that was my next question.
It's always ongoing.
Okay.
It's a very easy conversation. You'll be asked a lot of questions. Some of them are uncomfortable, and afterwards you're gonna not for me, no thanks. I'm not. You're not gonna get anything done in your first session. You're gonna get to know each other because you guys are gonna become friends.
Yeah, you're not gonna get the quick fix.
There is no quick fix for this. People go, you've been dealing with this for 13 years. Can't you just be better? And I'm like, what do you think this is? Like, I'm not sure what you think this is how it works, because it's not. Just there is no judgment. I have met a number of mental health professionals, and they're all so nice, man. They're all so nice.
For empathy and compassion, because they understand. They're willing to do the research and understand. There was something you were saying about it being lifelong. Some of the research I saw is that if parents have young kids that they suspect, could be on the spectrum somewhere, is the earlier you can get support for them, some kind of therapy or tools. Apparently, it's a small percentage, marginal, but scans have shown that the brain chemistry actually changes if it's caught really, really young.
It is.
So then they'll still have some kind of challenges, but the symptoms won't be as intense. But for most people, I guess, like for you, it's been diagnosed so late in life that you've had 37 years without the tools and without the support in a society that wasn't created to support you.
Living in a world that I was not made for.
Yes, yeah. That was made for
well, we can't even define typical. Define
well,
normal.
not a neurotypical, a
neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent, exactly. Yeah, I wasn't created for that. It's we color in the boxes, and if you don't look like the rest of the kids in the playground, well, you're the odd one out. You're the weird one. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. I think that's already helped so many people. For you, what would you want people to know? Okay, let me backtrack. You said when you had the diagnosis and people were acting as if, oh, you're weird, and etc. Was this before or after they knew that you got the diagnosis?
I lost a lot of friends.
Yes.
And you lost a lot of people who went, there's no such thing. It's all in your head.
Oh, so after the diagnosis.
People were like,
wow, okay.
Like, no, like you either need to man up, or you need to pull yourself together.
Okay.
Because like, why are you acting like this? And I'm like, you were fine the other day, and I'm like, no, I wasn't. But now I'm on the road to being fine. And if you can't handle it, bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the bum on the way out.
So, and this is not to minimize it at all, but what a gift in itself, that it just showed you that those weren't actually your people. If they weren't willing to go the distance with you and find out more about you. And I'm really not trying to minimize that, because I've also gone through things in my life where people have shown up after something has happened, like after the divorce, where people I thought were my family, I mean, not my family, but how they just weren't there. So it's interesting how something like that quickly gives us perspective on, well, who's in our corner and who isn't. Okay. What would you say, Paulie, to parents of a child that's just been diagnosed?
Be patient. Be soft. Be gentle. Don't stop being the parents that you are.
Okay.
You don't have to go above and beyond and protective and be like, this is my child and my child has autism and you're not allowed to talk. Like, you know what? Just let them be the way they want to be. Because that's what they were meant to be.
Like you said earlier about treating you like a bubble.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I read an interesting story about a DMs, Facebook, Instagram, email, paul@paulangel.co.za, DJ Paul Angel 2.0 on Instagram and Facebook. If you want to know if you're not okay, send me a message.
Beautiful.
Just send me a message. It's all you need to do. I can't guarantee I'm not here to fix you. I'm just here to listen. If you feel like your world is about to end, just talk.
Yeah. And if I can add that as well, if someone is feeling like that and they need to speak to someone in these 10 seconds, there's the Society for Depression and Anxiety as well. There's Lifeline as well. Speak to your GP so they can refer you, or if you're in a medical aid plan, they do offer support as well. So yes, to that point, if someone can't get hold of you right now and they desperately need to speak to someone, there are platforms to get support.
Yeah, I'm always available until 8:30 at night. I'm joking. That's my bedtime. But yeah, if you're not okay, just say, Paulie, we heard about the conversation, or we heard you on the radio, or we heard you and Petra on the radio. I'm not okay. I will make time.
Beautiful.
I will make time. Friend, thank you.
Thank you.
Such a rock star.
That was amazing. Thank you for your vulnerability and just sharing.
It was starting to get to the eyes a little bit. But so petrolaranjo.com